we're gonna jump right into it today. So I need some help. I need some advice. So let me tell you a little bit of backstory. So I am in real estate, right? And so I had this client that was moving from LA to Denver, and I helped him find an apartment. And he was moving here because he was breaking up with his boyfriend in LA. So when we initially started talking, I did I always do an intake call when I get a new lead or a new client or whatever, and just try to get to know them a little bit and see what they're looking for, see how I can help them the most, right? So we had a couple of those calls, and through the process, he was telling me about his breakup and things like that. And also, meanwhile, I am actively trying to combat this acne right here. This is going to be a huge pimple, and you will not see me on camera if I have a huge pimple like this. So we're trying to get rid of it. We're trying to be proactive, but I don't know if it's working. And now I just called attention to it. So anyway, so through our phone calls, we started talking about his breakup and things like that, and he like I'm a very compassionate person, right? So he was very appreciative that I helped him talk to him about his breakup, and talk to him about his new life here in Denver, all that kind of stuff. And so we ended up hanging out and going on a couple dates, right? Well, I just felt there's Dougie. I just felt he just got out of this long relationship. I think they were together for 8 years, and he just he was moving to a new city, and so I just feel he needed to sow his oats and do his thing and whatever, and whatever. So we kind of ended it there. He ended up doing his thing, hoeing around Denver, as you should when you get out of a long-term relationship. You should go explore and just sow your oats, sow your wild oats, and get back out there, all that kind of stuff. So he did that, ended up getting into a relationship, doing the milk map primer. So anyway, so he's been in this off and on relationship, whatever. Well, when they were off at some point, he met this guy, okay? And I saw them out at this concert, and this guy's very handsome. And I asked him, I was are you guys is this your new boyfriend? He's like, no, we're just friends. Well, we started hanging out again a little bit, my friend and we started hanging out a little bit, and it came out that they had initially dated a little bit and messed around, and my friend was not interested in him, for multiple reasons, right? Both physical and just emotional connection, just not there, right? Well, fast forward, so we almost dropped this. Maybelline Super Stay. You guys know the routine. So I end up, fast forward, and I end up meeting this guy on Grindr, and we're chatting. He's very handsome. So we're chatting, we're getting along, and so we set up this time to go and go meet for a drink, right? Well, then I realized oh my gosh, I know you. I met you at this concert, and you were hanging out with my friend. And he's oh yeah, blah blah. So then he goes and tells my friend that we're gonna go and meet up, right? And meanwhile, I think my friend told me that this guy maybe still has feelings for him. So he tells my friend that we're going to meet up for a drink. So I get a text from my friend. It's hey, are you meeting up with this guy? And I go, yeah, we are. We were chatting, and I realized that this is the guy or whatever. But yeah, we're just gonna go meet up for a drink. Just nothing, you weren't interested. I'm not trying to marry this man. I'm just meeting him for a drink. I don't know. So then this guy that I'm talking to tells me, I go, did you tell my friend that we were gonna hang out? And he goes, yeah, I just didn't want to make it feel awkward, or I didn't want it to be awkward or something like that. Essence bronzer. And so I just told him. I'm okay. But apparently my friend didn't take it very well. started was like very short with him, the guy. And so, I mean, I could just tell, I could just feel that like this is like drama or whatever. And like my friend was not into the vibe that this guy and I were gonna hang out. And I was like, I don't really care. Just like tell me if you like still have feelings for him and you're like trying to use me to like get back at him. He's like, oh my gosh, no, not at all. That's not me at all. Yada, yada, yada. I was like, okay. So we had plans that day. This was on Saturday and we had plans at like 4 o'clock. And so like, cause I had gotten off work. I think I just broke this. Just broke this. It's cute. This like little hinge thing came off. I'm just very rough on my makeup. So anyway, so it was like 4 o'clock and I had gotten off work and I'm like, hey, like, are we still hanging out? You know, I'm like, literally nothing. Like, completely ghosted me. And I was like, oh, hell no. So I blocked him on Instagram. We weren't even friends on Instagram, but like found him on Instagram, blocked him. Like, I'm not trying to put up with this drama, right? Like, if this is the start, you're going to act all weird like this. And like, I think like this is proving that you still have feelings for my friend. Like, I don't know. I'm just not trying to like deal with that, right? I need to put some more lotion on my nose. It's a little dry. So like it hurt my feelings, right? It hurt my feelings. Like we were supposed to go, like you would just like not tell me the truth. I don't know. People just don't communicate these days. So it just hurt my feelings. And like he's very handsome and he was like very sweet when we were talking, like calling me very handsome, like of course, all the things, you know. And so whatever, we didn't hang out, blocked him. So then my friend messages me, like this was maybe 2 weeks ago. So my friend messages me, I'm gonna use the Easy Bake. My friend messages me and like, hey, how are you doing? This was like on Sunday he messaged me. And I don't know, I just didn't respond. Like usually I'm a Pisces, so like I'm kind of vindictive. Like once you piss me off, I'm like, no, we're not gonna do this. But I had a revelation in the shower today. I'm like, no, we need to communicate like an adult and tell him that like you didn't like the way this went down, right? So I messaged him and I said, I don't like the way that this went down. And he just messaged me back and he's like, wait, what? How did this go down? This is all I said to you. And he sent me a screenshot. So my question to you is, was I in the wrong? Like, he didn't want anything to do with him. Maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know. But it was like, I got the feeling that my friend was like trying to pee all over town and be like, you can't talk to any boys that I've like talked to. And I'm like, you wanted nothing to do with him. The whole situation seems weird. What are your thoughts? I would like to know, was I in the wrong? Like, what do you think? What do you think went down? What do you think I should have done better? What do you think they should have done better? I just need a second opinion and I need your help. As always, all of my favorites will be linked in the description box. So go and check those out if you are looking for some new makeup that I absolutely love. Thank you so much for joining me on this Get Ready. And thanks for helping me on my journey to become a better person. I don't know. Thank you so much for joining me and I'll check you on the next one.